Now, we all know the women's tag team division in WWE is lacking in legitimate tag teams. As far as I can tell, there are only 4 legitimate tag teams left in the division. The current tag team champions, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville, the team of Katana Chance and Kaden Carter, and the team of Fire and Dawn over on SmackDown. If I'm missing a tag team, maybe from NXT, go ahead and leave it in the comment section below, and I do apologize if I'm not up to date to whatever is going on that brand up until this point. But at Money in the Bank, everyone was shocked, everyone was surprised when mid-match during their title defense, Shayna Baszler attacked her partner Ronda Rousey and effectively cost them their tag team titles. And I'm not understating the fact that it shocked everyone. Nobody expected that. Because you have a perfect heel tag team in Rousey and Baszler, and you have a perfect babyface tag team in Rodriguez and Morgan to carry this feud, carry this rivalry for months, weeks at the very least, after SummerSlam. So, the past few days, when reports started to come out that Ronda Rousey is looking to take a hiatus or possibly even step away completely from pro wrestling and WWE, that was the just outright explanation as to why they decided to go that creative route of breaking up one of the best tag teams currently in WWE. Now, a Shayna Baszler versus Ronda Rousey match at SummerSlam, yeah, that's enticing, that's attractive, I want to watch it. Frankly, that's something I wanted to happen at WrestleMania, mainly because of Ronda Rousey's star power, her name power. She is that big of a star, not only in pro wrestling, but also in the world of combat sports as a whole. But, like I said, creatively, without the current circumstances, it was not the time to break up this tag team. Now we know why. Rousey's looking to step away. And much like WWE had to call an audible all the way back in 2004, because back in 2004, they did not want to get rid of Goldberg and Brock Lesnar, but they had to because those two megastars, those two ticket sale drawers, ratings drawers, everything, those two megastars wanted to leave WWE. And once that happens, there's nothing you can do but let them walk away. And the same thing applies here. Rousey wants to leave mainly because in the past she said she's felt disrespected by the pro wrestling fans, which isn't a lie, because unfortunately, much like most fandom, it is very tribal. And you got guys like Logan Paul, and you got women like Ronda Rousey, who are from the outside world, and in the minds of pro wrestling fans, they're given their opportunities. They don't earn them. And they take offense to it. Because pro wrestling fans want the generic storytelling tool of saying that I was on the indies for 1, 2, 5, 10, 15 years, grinding it out. And then I made it to WWE. That's the story the IWC wants to hear. And then every time Ronda Rousey gets on the mic, yes, she is not the most elaborate on the microphone. That's been proven in the past, many times in the past. But the heat that she gets from pro wrestling fans is, unfortunately, go away heat. Again, for the same exact point. You didn't start in pro wrestling. You came from the MMA world, and then you came into pro wrestling, and in their mind, and unfortunately, that's their way of thinking. That's the way they try to gatekeep, unfortunately, from other people, outsiders, from coming in. Which is completely ridiculous, because how else is the business going to grow? How else are you going to attract new viewers, new fans? Because you can take a look at AEW, you can take a look at Impact, you can take a look at all these other pro wrestling companies that don't cater to the mainstream audience like WWE does. And their viewership is relatively low compared to WWE. Not to mention their brand awareness. But, again, I digress. Rousey leaving WWE is a major hit to the star power of the tag team division and to the star power of the women's division. Because we're talking about the equivalent of Brock Lesnar in WWE's women's division. That was and should have been Ronda Rousey for WWE. But, unfortunately, they did not want to go that route because of pro wrestling fans not accepting Ronda Rousey as a pro wrestling star, as a megastar in WWE. I mean, it is what it is. You could blame WWE's creative booking for the reason as to why Rousey didn't win more women's championships. But again, like I said, she is Brock Lesnar's equivalent to the women's division. She is that legitimate in combat sports. And the only reason that they didn't take to her is because, unlike Brock Lesnar, she didn't start in pro wrestling. Again, gatekeeping. I'm not okay with it. I'm not happy about it. Because Logan Paul is a social media megastar. That's a fact. He brings more eyes to the product. That's a fact. And every time he gets in the ring, he kills it. He makes a groundbreaking, shocking moment. And we're going to get one more of those at SummerSlam against Ricochet. That's a fact. And Ronda Rousey, for all intents and purposes, should have been a top star in the women's division over the past few years, especially after her WrestleMania 35 main event. It is what it is. In the meantime, like I said, I'm looking forward to the Shayna Baszler versus Ronda Rousey match. I'm looking forward to having Shayna Baszler go over in that match, and effectively, we could get back to Shayna Baszler being what she was, the badass that she was in NXT, and the badass that she was in WWE itself pre-pandemic. So with that said, what are your thoughts on Ronda Rousey's run in WWE? What are your thoughts on Rousey and Baszler breaking up? Do you think it was a good idea? Do you think it was a bad idea? Do you think it was the best way to go under the circumstances given? Leave your thoughts, comments, and predictions in the comments section below. In the meantime, tune in later on tonight to the USA Network for another episode of Monday Night Raw. I'm Alexis Carrillo. This has been Wrestling Talk, and I'll see you next time.